Charlie got the chance to spend a night on the streets.
Detroit 911, where is your emergency?
Granny fell. A baby's choking. Someone's been shot. Operator, I need an ambulance, you tell her. And then you wait. And wait. And wait some more. In Detroit, it's become painfully clear that we've got a serious problem. A building collapses on 6 firemen. There's no unit available. 2 people pulled unconscious from a burning building. No unit available. A man cuts his toes off with a lawnmower. Again, no unit available. Just how bad is our city's EMS response time? I set out with my Fox 2 photographer to see for myself. But don't blame the EMS techs. They want you to see what they see, what they have to deal with night after night. I asked them, won't you get punished for turning a spotlight on this? They say, it's a matter of life or death.
Being fired doesn't scare us. Do you know why, Charlie? Because we're doing the right thing. The people in this city are dying. And who else is going to say it? Who?
The first call comes at 8:26 p.m. A 102-year-old grandmother suffering from dementia has fallen in the street. Medic 8 is dispatched from Midtown. The city requires an 8-minute response time, but this run takes more than twice that.
Medic 8, your status, Medic 8, location.
Medic 8, we're still on off to our run. We're on southbound 75 coming up to Shade for here in a bit. 8's up, scene. On the scene, 8.
Sheila Neely is the woman's neighbor.
She could have busted her head and died or something. For them to come that late, I mean, I broke my elbow, but my son drove me to the hospital.
Why'd he drive you? Why didn't you wait for the ambulance?
Because I knew they weren't going to come on time.
So where have they gone? Over the last 5 years, the EMS budget has been cut by $2 million. But in that same time, they've cut the salaries for paramedics by more than $11 million. So where's that money gone? I went to City Hall to ask, but no one would talk to me about it.
Medic 8, your status, Medic 8. Medic 8, your status, Medic 8. Medic 8, your status, Medic 8.
All night long, like the buzz of a fly. Medic 8, where are you? They have no GPS, no computer, no maps on board. To navigate their way around, it's all from memory.
Well, we're going to have to take cast because if we go down Woodward...
And while the state doesn't require ambulances to have GPSs, they're less than $200 at Best Buy. When you call 911, your emergency call first goes to 911 dispatch. Then it's routed to fire dispatch, and then it's dispatched to the ambulance. More precious minutes wasted. A woman is convulsing at a McDonald's, but it's across town at Fenkell in Wyoming. How long the call's already been holding is anybody's guess. When we finally arrive, there's nobody here.
8, we're on the scene. You said this was at the McDonald's, right?
It took about 25, 30 minutes, yes, sir.
So you believe the fire commissioner when he says the ambulance responds in 12 minutes on average in this city?
No, sir. No, sir.
You gotta call me sir. Get some emotion, man. Talk. Come on.
It's ridiculous, man. If somebody was dying, they should have been here like ASAP.
The cops took her to the hospital.
Yes, the cops. That's ridiculous. The cops is the arrest, and they transport her to the hospital. It's just ridiculous.
People here want answers, not excuses.
That's because my cousin got real bad asthma. What if that happened to her and it took y'all 29 minutes? Then what if she would have died? Then what?
You think you deserve better than this?
Yes, we do.
The Detroit Fire Department is the worst fire department in America. I say it loud, and I'm certainly not proud. We're here to make it better. We're trying to make it better, but we can only do so much.
The last time EMS was audited was 2 years ago. The report said that department officials didn't keep receipts and lost track of millions of dollars. Why hasn't another audit been done? The city currently owns 44 ambulances, and 22 are supposed to be running at all times. Tonight, there are only 18. To make up the difference, the fire commissioner started sending out these, Crown Vics, until we found out.
As a Band-Aid fix, sources tell me EMTs and paramedics are forced to drive this, a Detroit Fire Crown Vic.
Does anyone really believe a life can be saved in the back of a Crown Vic? Fire Commissioner James Mack did not return my calls, but he did talk to Fox 2 a few weeks ago, and he told them that the average response time was 12 minutes. That's 4 minutes behind the national standard.
We're required to respond to a scene within 8 minutes. There are times during the day that we may not have units available, period.
Hold that thought. No units available, period. Detroit, how do you feel about that?
It's taking forever for them to get here now.
We need you. People are dying.
There's no unit available.
Somebody can get shot and get killed, and somebody dies because no help.
Where the money at?
We told you the last time EMS went through a financial audit was 2 years ago. But the last time EMS was audited for response times was a full 6 years ago. The average response time back then? 12 minutes. And that was before massive layoffs and cutbacks. So how is it possible that we have the same response time now when we have fewer paramedics and fewer trucks on the streets? Maybe it was those Crown Vics. The paramedic who told Fox 2 about those Crown Vics ran into his supervisors when we were out tailing him. Did they tell him good job? Nope. They gave him disciplinary papers for his shirt hanging out.
This is what they come out and give you, a disciplinary action that'll probably lead to anywhere from 3 days off to 29 days.
Without pay.
Without pay.
Later, we ran into paramedic Sherry Couric. She told us about a run she got a few weeks ago. 20 minutes to reach a woman with massive heart failure. Couric worked furiously, but the woman died. The next day, Couric said her supervisor told her she shouldn't have wasted the time.
Basically told me I did too much. And that was the words he did say to me, that was I did too much.
Next time, move on. Free up that ambulance.
I hope I don't ever need an ambulance in the city of Detroit. Me or my family. Because I know the crews would do what they could for me, but am I going to get one?
Rolling again. Medicaid has driven more than 100 miles tonight. A dozen calls in every corner of the city. By my clock, their average response time was 20 minutes. 20 minutes. In every corner, people are angry.
Where is the money?
I mean, come about the cash.
Mr. Commissioner, where's the beef? A woman shot on the west side. Over the radio in the last 4 minutes, we've got 4 different shootings. 2 ambulances have called in out of service. It's the first of the month. It's warm. It's off the chain. This is the anatomy of a crime scene. A woman was shot on the far west side. The call to 911 came at 3:35. The police responded to the scene at 3:40. The ambulance coming from across town arrived at 3:52, a full 17 minutes. She was hit in the spine and most likely paralyzed for life.
12-minute response time? You've been with us. What do you think? I don't think so. I didn't see it one time tonight.
Detroit EMS Chief Gerald James says that there are plans to hire new EMS techs right now, but it could be months before they hit the streets. Fox 2 viewers are sounding off about the situation. One viewer writes, EMS are on non-emergencies 95% of the time. Those with Medicaid think that EMS is a free ride to the hospital. Nothing worse than pulling up to a home with 5 or 6 cars in the driveway and no one wants to take the injured person to the hospital. Another viewer writes, I'm an EMT and I can't believe this story is reality. To live in a city that is so understaffed, underfunded, and downright hopeless is beyond comprehension. Where did the funding go? I think we all know what happened to the funding. Hire some better accountants, more EMS workers, and less criminals.